In today's fast-paced world of debit cards, online banking, those pennies, they're just sort of a thing of the past.
Yeah, but they are still a legal way to pay for things unless you're in a court in the San Pete County Courthouse. Alex Cabrero joins us from our Utah County newsroom with more on one man who's trying to get his pennies counted. Alex.
Yeah, the man was simply trying to pay his ticket, and being a little bit of a joker, he did so with pennies. But the county told him that pennies aren't an acceptable form of payment. It's a good thing candy is still cheap. Otherwise, Grant Peterson would be in trouble. You see, he uses pennies to pay for lots of things. But he's now learning he can't pay for his ticket with them.
They said they have a state policy that protects against unusual forms of payment.
This all began when Peterson says he got an $82 ticket for having a headlight out. Not being too happy, he thought he'd have a little fun.
I went into the bank and they said, what are you going to do with $82 in pennies?
It's not an everyday request.
I go down to Ace Hardware and buy a galvanized bucket, sat out in the parking lot, just unrolling pennies, dumping them in the bucket.
His next stop, the San Pete County Courthouse, to pay his fine.
I put it on their desk and casually walked out and they're, sir, and I just booked it. I just went down the stairs.
And he thought that was it.
Dear Mr. Peterson,
until he received this letter.
This form of payment is not acceptable by the court. You need to come by our office and retrieve your metal bucket full of pennies.
Now the court says Peterson has until December 6th, this Monday, to pay in what they consider an acceptable form of payment, not pennies. Otherwise, who knows?
No, we can't go to jail over that.
The Bright Spot in downtown Manti accepts pennies. Customers pay with them. And now they're talking about them, too.
Pennies are legal tender. They're money, same as a $5 bill.
Peterson admits he's a little nervous about what might happen, but he doesn't think he's doing anything wrong.
It is legal currency, so I think I'm doing the right thing.
Spoke with the San Pete County clerk this afternoon. She says right now the county does not have an official comment just yet. The only thing that Peterson still has to pay his fine. Keith and Samantha?
That's a great... You could just see him out in the parking lot unrolling the
that.
pennies. Keith thinks he might do the same thing.
Yeah, I only have one penny in my pocket here, so oh well.
Yeah, it's a pretty neat story. He's worried he might have to go to jail. Maybe he'll be arrested. He doesn't know what to expect, but he has till Monday to figure something out.
Yeah, okay. We'll be following that story up on Monday, won't we? Thank you. Thanks, Al.
A traffic ticket by using pennies and now is selling his idea. Grant Peterson dropped off a bucket full of copper coins last month to cover his $82 speeding ticket. The San Pete County Justice Court rejected the money, though, saying it would take too long to count. Peterson argued pennies are legal tender, and the case made national headlines. The Women's Community League paid the fine for him in the spirit of the holidays. Now Peterson is selling his bucket of coins on eBay, asking for $25,000 for the 82 bucks worth of coins. So far, no bids.
For all this?
He says he is willing to go to court, and he also says if they make him pay by check, which is an acceptable form of payment, he just might write out 8,200 checks for a penny a check, just to prove his point. He's in for a battle. I'm sure this isn't the last we heard of this.
Yeah.
This is a passive-aggressive form of discontent with the government, I guess.
He's not too happy, you can tell.
It's very interesting. Thanks, Alex.
Another chapter Monday.